The Kansas City Stars pick up a win against the Saints and a tie against the Knights. I'll talk about last weekend's action on this episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. And welcome to the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Plamondon. Thank you for joining. Just a few reminders. Be sure to hit that like button, turn on your notifications. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have friends or family who aren't subscribed, please share this video with them. Make sure they subscribe to our channel. We're getting really close to 500 subscribers. Also, if you're not following the Stars on social media, we'll have links to Instagram, X, and Facebook in the description below. Today's episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast brought to you by Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. By Global Earthworks and Underground, more than 12 years of mission-critical experience providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. I want to thank the sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars hockey. Well, a short episode today leading into the Thanksgiving holiday. I'll preview the games with the Spirit here next week. But a good weekend for the Stars as they pick up a win over the Saints by a score of 4-1. And then Sunday, a 4-4 tie against the Knights. Some pretty good hockey all around. I thought both games were competitive, even the Saints game, despite the score. Saints played well. Their goalie, Dane Post, had a great game there for the Saints. Let's talk about that game first. In this game, Stars outshot the Saints by a 26-19 count. I thought it was a clean game, a much cleaner game than the first game. Only a handful of penalties in this game, all minor penalties. For the most part, it was physical, but a very clean game. The Stars got on the board a couple of times in the first period, so good to see the Stars getting some first period goals. It was Oliver Sanders starting the scoring off with an assist from Ben Grant, and then later in the period, Truett Spiker picking up his second goal of the year. The Stars had a 2-1 lead or 2-0 lead after the first period. In the second period, the Saints cut it to 2-1. It was Brandon Valentine picking up a goal for the Saints. That made it 2-1. But later in the period, the Stars turning some turnovers in the offensive zone into goals. First of all, is Ben Grant. Later in the second period, that made it 3-1. And then in the third period, Jackson Tillery stealing the puck in the Saint zone. He beats Post for his third goal of the year. And that was the final 4-1. The Stars really could have blown this game open, but Dane Post was outstanding. Stars had several breakaways that were stopped by Post. Caleb Weddlestedt was in goal for the Stars. He turned away 18 of the 19 shots he faced. He made some really good saves. Had a couple, even the goal they scored was, I thought, a very well executed play by the Saints. Lucian Buckland had the puck behind the net, fed it right out in front, and Valentine put the puck just up over the shoulder on the glove side of Weddlestedt. Just a great play, and Weddlestedt was in position. Just good hockey all around. So good play there. The Stars get the 4-1 win. Sunday's game against the Knights. I thought this was a very exciting game. It was a physical game, marred by a lot of penalties. I'll get into that here in just a moment. But the Stars came out, had a very strong first period, picking up a couple of goals. Jackson Riggs picking up his second goal, followed by Truett Spiker, his third of the year. The Stars had a 2-0 lead after the first period, but the Knights cut it to 2-1. Late in that second period, Hoyt Banks with a power play goal. But a great play by Jimmy Gorder as he took the puck away from the defenseman right at the blue line and skated in all alone, and a wrist shot that beat the goalie Smith on the stick side. Seventh of the year for for Gorder, but the third period started out very auspiciously. The Knights with 2 quick goals in that period. The first one, actually both the goals, by Brett Dunlop. His first made it 3-3. A goal. I'm not really sure how it got in. It must have snuck in between the pad and the post. The pad of Tanner Brace, the Stars goalie, and then Dunlop just moments later on a shot that he took a rebound off the pad and knocked it in, and that made it 4-3. And the Knights had scored 4 goals in about a 6-minute span between late in the second period and early in the third period. But Jimmy Gorder would tie it up late in the game on a power play. The Knights were on a 5-minute major. Stars had the power play, and Gorder with a nice feed from Spiker. That knotted it up at 4-4, and that's how the game ended. The Stars had a lot of opportunities in this game. The Knights got a little bit undisciplined. The Stars had 3 5-on-3 power play opportunities, 1 in the first period, 2 in the second period. And one of those in the second period was a full 2 minutes when Gunnar Smith was given a unsportsmanlike conduct after a penalty to Cunningham. The Stars had a full 2 minute in the 5-on-3, and were not able to convert on any of those 5-on-3s. And sometimes that'll turn the momentum around. If you can kill a 5-on-3, that'll give you some momentum, and I think it did, certainly in that second period, because the Knights came back with a couple of goals there, and tying it early in the third period. Later in the third period, though, Josiah McRae got into a bit of a scuffle with Comey, and that resulted in a 5-minute major to Comey. The Stars would score on that 5-minute power play, but a lot of I think undisciplined play by the Knights, and the Stars did a good job of really not taking the bait and not retaliating. Unfortunately, I do believe Comey and McRae will both get suspensions. They were both given penalties for head contact. Shots on goal in this game. Stars outshot the Knights in this game 32-25. Again, I thought it was fun. It was certainly an entertaining game to watch. I thought the goalies played well. Tanner Brace in goal for the Stars and Smith in goal for the Knights. The goals I thought were, well, for the most part, pretty good goals. I think Brace probably wants 1 or 2 of those back in the third period. But by and large, I think it was just good physical hockey. I think the Stars did a good job. Had a little bit of a letdown there. I asked Coach Sobilski for his thoughts on the game, and he thought the Stars did a lot of good things. Very strong on the penalty kill, moved the puck well, playing more physical. But areas where probably need a little bit of work is winning some of those battles. They had some trouble getting the puck out of the D zone, and that cost them on one of the Knights' goals. They just weren't able to clear the puck, and the Knights were able to convert it. And they still need to play a full 45-minute game. There were moments of dominance in both these games, but there also were stretches where they struggled. And that really showed late in the second period, early in the third period, which is when the Knights got all 4 of their goals. So if the Stars can play a full 45 minutes, they're going to be extremely tough to beat, and will be able to play with anybody. And I think they're going to be a tough team here going down the stretch. A much better game against the Knights. It helped to have Gorder, Glendenning, and Reuter back in the lineup, which they didn't have the first time these two teams played. And they'll have a couple more chances against the Knights here later in the year, and really starting to create a really good rivalry. So a win and a tie, 3 out of 4 possible points. We go into the Thanksgiving weekend break, and the Stars will be back to play the Springfield Spirit on December 6th and 7th at the KC Ice Center. I'll do my preview of that here next week. So for now, that'll wrap up this episode. I want to wish everyone a great Thanksgiving holiday, and hope to see you on the next episode of the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast.